Carl, are you a Barbie or a Bratz kind of girl, huh?
I think I'm Bratz because I've never seen a Barbie film.
You're a coward. I guess you never lived a good life, huh? Oh, you gotta check them out. Let's go through them all. Barbie as Rapunzel.
I know there's a porpoise one.
Barbie in Swan Lake, Barbie Nutcracker, Barbie Magic Pegasus, Barbie Magic Princess and the Pauper, Barbie Fairytopia. I'm not going to keep going because guess what? These are all great content and episodes we could go through. My name's Oscar.
My name's Carl, and this is Who Would Watch This?
Welcome to Who Would Watch This, the podcast where we watch a film, experience a film, really live through that film, gain a new appreciation for life itself, and then chat about that experience.
Well, that's never happened. Today on the podcast, we're talking about Barbie as Rapunzel, which currently has a 3.5 on Letterboxd, a 6.4 on IMDb,
where it should
and
be.
100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Carl, I mean, it's really weird because I sort of said this is a really good film we should watch and experience, and you've kind of gone out this with a negative experience? I'm confused.
This is one of the worst we've ever done on the podcast. We're beginning the year on a fucking mess. And this is one of those things where we had a break. It was nice. I hate this. I hate you. I hate Barbie now. This is like, I have no faith in Greta Gerwig's film. What if she just does this?
Well, that's my problem, because here's the thing. How could Greta beat this? You know, that's my issue with the film.
Ryan Gosling as that fucking dragon? Huh? Huh?
Penelope. Oh, he's gonna nail it.
Oh god, Penelope. We'll talk about how racist Penelope is. Jesus.
Well, let's get into the plot. Barbie is an artist who paints her way out of her castle to save her prince. Who wrote that, huh? Who got paid money
when
to
that
write
fucking paintbrush came into it,
came in, went out, no consequences.
I'm not into this at all.
Carl.
And in the slightest. This sucks. Fuck you all.
Before we get into this
my
little
arms are
film,
crossed. No, I won't play your games.
we're going back to last year when
Don't
you
wanna.
didn't watch this, didn't experience this, huh?
Go on, play the clip.
Carl, Barbie, and Rapunzel. You keen?
Why have you selected this one?
To
begin the year.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a very lowly listened to episode. I don't know who's seen this.
I feel like every single person with sisters has seen this movie. Secretly in love with it, okay? It's great. It slaps.
Really
These
tip
Barbie
your
ones-
hand. Look at you, filled with sisters.
Oh, literally. Swan Lake is also a bit of a banger, but this one's got more of a plot, so, you know, we can't need something. We can't be like, oh, the overtures are shit.
I think we were originally doing 4 of these, doing a month of Barbie.
Yeah. And again, it's 70 minutes and they slap. Now, I haven't seen it since I was so young. I'm a bit scared.
What age do you reckon you saw this?
Like 7, like 8. Kind of just in the background.
That's what
quite a
you've
bit.
picked it off of?
Yeah. I think my taste has not changed in movies. So I think it should be fine. It should be good.
Well, I've been told by many people that this is the best one, including you.
Yeah.
So I've got high hopes that this lands.
Yeah. I think you'd be surprised. I think people go, oh, Byron Rapunzel.
Is it funny? Is it sort of like, it's a little bit like adult funny?
No.
Oh, okay.
It looks like...
It's not like a Shrek or something.
No. It looks like it was made in the back caravan of Paramount or whatever makes this. They didn't know it was happening. Some little freak with one computer was like, I think I can bust out a movie. And they have done that. I don't really remember any jokes, much comedy. More just like it's events, kind of weirdly graphic together. But
Like-
it's got charm. It's got charm.
I mean, if they made like
Have
40...
I sold it to you?
I mean, it sounds right in line for this podcast.
I hope... Okay, who would watch this? I believe everyone who watched this as like a young child. I'm hoping everyone's rewatched these. I'm keen to rewatch it. I'm hoping who would watch this? You.
Imagine if I become a big fan of these.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun?
No, I'll just put a bit in that. You're not gonna... This would be dreadful as an adult, but I feel like there's nostalgia here. Nostalgia's worse than cocaine for a drug. I'll say it right now.
I know, and yet more addictive.
Yeah.
Huh? We're way more into it.
Gonna watch Star Wars again. Oh god, I feel the good highs.
Who do I think it's for? I don't know. What have you said? Young kids.
Yeah, I really just take.
Yeah, you really just took the main demo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say people that play or collect Barbie dolls, huh? Huh?
We really should figure out this podcast format. We've got nothing really.
We're so blind.
I hate
We're
it.
so blind on this podcast.
God, we've never done it well.
3 years. 3 years. No clue what we're doing.
No idea. God.
And you, the listener, stuck with us the entire
Stuck
way.
with us, you
Idiots.
Idiots. All right. See you next year. Tal, that was quite positive. I feel like you're in a good headspace now. How are you feeling?
Fuck you. Now that seemed aggressive, but you know what? You deserved it.
It was.
This was insufferable.
We watched it together.
Every second of this was, and you glued to the screen the entire time.
I was like, get off your phone. We're actually a really good
I was
plot
taking
point.
notes, wasn't I? I was taking notes because actually, no, nothing was happening. I had nothing to take notes of. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I was on Instagram for a lot of it. Because this movie, what a crawl. What a slow crawl.
It is crazy. One, the film's about 75 minutes. And it feels like an epic when you're young. But now it's like, God, it's just... The reason it feels long is because every scene is just a little bit too long. You kept being angry at the start. You were like, why is every scene lingering?
Just a few seconds. Just a slight beat too long. Every scene, though, it would be like, hi, Barbie, what are you doing today? Well, what I'm doing is...
It is literally trying to get to that runtime. But God, it's good, huh? God, it's good. It's good to be back in this universe. Oh, we love it.
This is one of the most offensive things that we've reviewed. Just simply disgusting. A simply disgusting film. All right, let's jump into it.
Oh, I'll be honest. Did forget how poorly it looks. The credits really set you up. It is... I mean, it's nitpicking, but the font choice clashes every single time.
That was some free font. You could tell that font was free.
Comic Sans was out of their budget. They're like, God, what do we go scrounging around? Oh, Times New Poem, what the hell's that?
Yeah, I'm going to take back any criticisms I might have had about the Polar Express and its look as a film.
Yeah.
Because this movie's yucky and genuinely unpleasant to stare at. Just real... I'm sorry to everybody that worked or tried hard on it or anything like that, but like...
This was the
shame on you.
This is the forefront of computer graphics. First CGI film, I believe.
Pixar would never.
No, they would never.
There is like a shot of the going through some pencil shavings. Mm-hmm. It's viscerally just jagged to watch.
It's not even like it's like the actual pencil sharpenings. They've just got like just jagged lines on the computer. It's just painful. You're like, oh God, I'm gonna cut myself.
No, and then you finally get the first like person, this little girl trying to paint, and she moves so unnaturally, like a robot powering up, so they're still not moving well yet. Just jagged. Just her hands don't move right. Her neck, you think, could maybe do a 360 at any stage if something fucks up. Like, it's just like, I'm not going to honk on about how awful the movie looked. Look, that's it. This is just how the movie is.
Strap in, 80 minutes. Very keen.
Within seconds, I was just so upset at you. Just so angry. And I don't know if we'll recover, but like I was
what
just...
a start to the year. I'm very happy.
It's real rough. Near in tears right now. It's
just falling.
I just hated Oscar so much.
It's not a good start. We were kind of like, here's a break. It's like, should we get back into it? It just kicks you in the cock right away.
It does. And this is the best one.
Oh, yeah.
To think you wanted to do a month.
Listen, I will say, when I say the best one, this is all of them. This one just kind of has a bit of a plot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sure, I guess so. This little girl, hey, I don't know what I should paint.
Oh, yeah.
I will buckle up, because I've got a story to tell, and it's going to involve a lot of improv.
This is the best part of the film. This little kid, I think her name is Kelly, she's like, hey, Barbie, what the fuck should I paint? And Barbie's like... Okay, let's just, I don't know, a sunflower. She's like, no, I want a tail. Can you tell me
How'd the sunflower get there?
She's like, God, all right, pour me a wine. We'll try and improv some stuff.
Absolutely. The movie's only good if when you're watching it, you contextualize that it's an adult telling this to a child. And you go, man, she's just making up bullshit now.
She was like, how long's Rapunzel? I don't know. It's not that long of a story. Maybe I'll jazz it up a little bit. But alcohol getting the thoughts going.
Oh, people love padding, right? Young kids love padding in a cautionary tale of hair.
You know, folklore, stretch it out. Stretch out the fable.
You know they're taking some creative liberties when this mum's just like, oh yeah, Rapunzel. You know who's a great character in Rapunzel? Hobie the rabbit. Huh? Everyone loves Hobie, and you're gonna love him too.
Yeah, so we go into a dream, imagination story. Barbie is Rapunzel.
It's like
Barbie and
Titanic.
Rapunzel.
It's a story within a story.
Oh my god, it's clever.
Yeah. The reveal that she was, because at this point I still did not know it was called Barbie as Rapunzel. I thought it was called Barbie and Rapunzel. So when it was revealed she was Rapunzel, big twist.
Big twist.
I was
You're back on its side.
a little bit. I was like, okay, here we go. This is something. Don't worry. When Hobie jumps in frame, I hate the movie. Lost it.
I will say, as a kid, it was fun with my sisters, kind of just mocking this rabbit. As an adult, God, you can kind of relate. His eyes are, for some reason, the animation's hideous, except for his eyes. They've gone, let's make him tired. Let's make him really tired.
This rabbit's been through shit. This rabbit's fresh back from Nam and is now friends with Rapunzel. The rabbit also has fingers, 5 fingers and a thumb.
Yeah.
Just normal human hands on both the feet and just on the hand. It's really weird how human the rabbit is to have such weird features. And then to suggest that we find him comedic was just, it's a real appalling display of filmmaking on every level. And then to have a dragon, it's a real chaotic few minutes in just cinema.
It is. It pretty much throws you into the middle. You can really feel the mum just being like, all right, Rapunzel. Oh, I've not got 10 minutes on that. Fuck it. A weird rabbit and a dragon.
Yeah.
Purple little dragon.
But don't worry, that dragon does not have confidence. Don't you worry. That's one of the most unconfident dragons you'll ever see.
Spineless dragon. You should be inspired to, kids. Spineless, cowardly dragon. Yeah, so this is our band of brothers. Essentially, Rapunzel is stuck in this tower. We get some narration that's been hidden from the world. So all she has is this rabbit and the dragon. I would have ended myself by hanging myself with the hair pretty quickly. This is my reality.
With the hair? Are you talking about the rabbit?
No.
Hey!
We love puns. It's famously the best comedy. No, I'd tie my hair into a noose, jump off the balcony.
You know, for a Rapunzel film, they're really making no plot about the hair.
No, I was confused because I do remember I thought someone jumped out, but really all the hair is used is for a wig. For the best goddamn villain in all of cinema, baby. Scuffle! And Otto! The weasel!
Again, this is the mum improving. Scoffle? Or, what was that the
Gothel.
name? Gothel.
Like Gothic.
Horrendous name. Imagine being intimidated by somebody named Gothel. She walks in, she's just like, I want my tea in 9 minutes. But remember, it steeps for 6.5. God, 2.5 minute leeway to get that up to your room? Ridiculous. I love that the queen walks in, has got a weasel draped around her neck.
Oh, Otto's gross. It's weird because made in 2000, this feels so offensive. I don't know who to though. Some culture or creed or religion. Somebody's been very offended right here. This is a bad character. I don't know what though.
Yeah.
It is offensive though. Love me some Otto though.
Oh, absolutely. It's just but it's weird. Otto lives around her neck.
Yeah.
It's a real, just.
You think he's smelly? I think he's kind of smelly.
Oh, absolutely.
He's got a stank to him.
Nobody's bathing that weasel.
Barbie sure ain't. She's meant to be cleaning this whole house. I think it's pretty messy.
Yeah, she's just like, oh, don't worry. Here's all of the chores you were meant to be doing. Have you completed them? She's like, yep. And then the queen takes one step and hears a little creak and is like, you bitch, you have not fixed this stair all of a sudden. I'm convinced the queen made the sound of the stair.
Just... Barbie, you bitch. What the fuck?
Oh, you lied.
And your dragon smells like shit. Also, I think Goffel's like super evil, except for certain things. Why would she let this rabbit and dragon roam the castle?
Yeah, I mean,
They'd be
I don't
shitting and
know.
pissing everywhere, honestly.
I don't know. Look, we find out that Gothel's main enforcer is a dragon she owns, I
Yes.
guess. And that dragon is the father of Penelope. So that's why she's around. The rabbit, no idea.
No idea.
I mean, surely can a weasel kill a rabbit?
I think a mongoose could kill a snake. So that's probably use that.
Can a mongoose kill a snake?
Yeah, they can. Famously. It's weird you don't know that.
It's kind of a real known fact.
It's kind of embarrassing for you, but yeah. So you use that conversion. I'm pretty sure that a weasel could probably kill a rabbit.
Yeah.
So that's your measurements.
Because I feel like she would have just set the weasel on that rabbit.
She does at one point. But
Yeah, but the weasel doesn't
rabbit's
kill-
like, "Oh, I'm a coward. I'm a coward."
Oh my god, the rabbit submits immediately and it
God.
puts its little butt up and it's just like, don't worry, I'm a bitch. I'm ready. I'm ready to be had.
And even this horny Otto's like,
Oh.
too easy. Not for me.
No. Hard pass. I think it's the morning
Yeah.
and the queen just puts herself to bed.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, Rapunzel, you do what you want for the day, but don't bother me until dinner. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what's your day?
I'm convinced her and Otto have like this weird thing going on.
Well, Otto becomes the pillow
Yeah.
and then wraps his tail around the queen's eyes. It's so filthy.
It looks like a CGI like early poo.
Oh.
Just kind of wrapped around her eyes.
Oh, it looks like she's being consumed.
No shade as well. It's such a thin tail. It's just kind of
Oh.
like, could you imagine how hideous that would be? A slippery kind of otter putting its tail over your eyes. Could not sleep.
If Otto was my pillow and he had the audacity to wrap a tail around my eyes, I'd go, please, no. We've spoken about this. I'm fine with you being a fluffy, breathing, warm pillow to rest my head on, but don't you dare wrap other body parts around my face. Otto's so, like, in love with her, though.
He is,
It's
he is.
really a weird dynamic to just throw into the film. Just...
Again, you can see Barbie on the other side trying to retell the story. She's like, Gothel and the Otto are just I mean, they're not fucking. They're just pals. She's like, oh god, Barbie, what are you doing? Stop with the wine.
Like a 1950s, like, oh no, those two actors aren't gay. They just have lived together forever.
Yeah, best buds, huh?
Best buds. Who would have thought?
They love sharing a bed together, but just as pals.
The just as pals. Sometimes there's a woman over, and we've never seen her. Yeah.
So the setting set.
Sure. Yeah, we've got
All
the
our
villain.
characters are own play.
We've got a hero, I guess. We've got one of the most passive, blah heroes ever in my consumed.
Her I mean, it's weird because it's so like her noble thing is that she never lies. That's kind of like, isn't she good? She stumbles through life, honestly,
She does.
and gets rewarded for it.
You know who stumbles a lot? Penelope.
Oh god,
Penelope's the most klutzy thing I've seen in cinema. Anytime it's just don't have a dragon in the house. Penelope's tail hits anything and everything. Penelope's pretty much Murphy's Law.
Just absolutely that tail. It's like hideous, and it smacks around. However, it does kick off the plot. So Penelope's kind of a hero in that regard.
Sure, I guess. Penelope hits over a tray of tea, and then you're like, oh, the rabbit eats all the cookies.
Yep. Did you laugh?
Oh, yeah, it was funny. I saw you laughed, you dick.
He ate all those cookies. Ah!
Can't fit those cookies. Why? What a weird meal to serve. Cookies and a lemon. It's just... These animators are really...
They were like, do we have a lemon on file? Yep. Use that.
Love it.
We're not doing
How
it.
citrusy does it look?
Oh,
how
it's
yellow.
a yellow circle. Oh.
We don't have a lemon. We've got a tennis ball, though. It's fine. These kids won't care. We're not spending a dime more than we have to.
Who's been a dime with a tennis pack feature? God damn it. Chuck some rackets in there.
Yeah, the tea goes up in the air, and then you're like, oh, they caught everything, except for this one teacup with a spoon in it. And that teacup falls, and they catch that teacup, But the spoon ends up further in the air, and the spoon is what creates this chain of events.
Yeah.
One of the most... If you didn't realize that was a staircase, you're blind. It's a huge staircase that opens up. Massive! Rapunzel, come on. You're not even trying to escape.
Is she trying to escape? She doesn't seem like she's like... She seems pretty content.
She kind of loves her life.
Yeah.
To be honest.
She paints.
Yeah.
That's about it, really.
She gets it all over her face, though. She's a mess.
God, she's a goddamn mess of a woman, honestly, quite frankly.
Yeah. You know what she needs? Therapy.
Yeah.
A lot of therapy.
Or a good man. What's the difference, huh?
Oh.
Women. Barbie.
Huh?
You've seen it?
Yeah, we're doing this podcast because we've been told we're not relatable to women.
Yeah, we're trying to get back on your side.
Yeah, we're trying to get more to like a 50-50 split. Yeah, so she makes her way down these stairs. She finds some letters. She finds this paintbrush.
Yeah.
Which, from my perspective at this point in time, I have no idea how this is going to come back into the story. And then she just escapes to the city.
Yeah. It's crazy. She goes down a secret passageway, and then inside that secret passageway is another secret passageway.
She falls through the secret passageway.
And then Penelope sticks a little leg down there. She's like, I can't fit.
Oh, Penelope's not getting through that. These weird creatures need to stop following her on adventures. But I wish they had...
At every single, like, slight inconvenience, like, oh, I'm a coward, don't remember, forget that, I'm cowardly, I couldn't go a step further.
They're always just like, oh, Barbie, I don't know, but don't go without me.
Yeah.
Every time. Every time!
It's toxic, this relationship, honestly.
I hate every single time we cut back from Barbie to her two friends. Hate it.
Yeah, I remember we were like with Barbie in the city, and then it cuts back to these two, and they were just squishing grapes, and you just groaned for a good like 10 minutes until the scene was over, which is crazy because it's a great bit. Okay,
that's what I say to you. This movie, man. She gets to the city, and there is a baker.
Yep.
Which is to a T, Oscar.
Okay. Carl wasn't enjoying the movie, so instead he decided to be mean, to be a bully.
I wouldn't say I was being mean. I would just say I lashed out.
Yeah, like a toddler does.
I needed attention, and I was upset. It was late at night. This was my Thursday gone. I wasted it on this film.
It was a strange activity. Just three guys coming around watching Barbie. No alcohol.
Watching it stone cold sober and leaving as soon as the credits rolled. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, you had this cruel joke of going, you're that guy, but then you blew your load way too early. You're like, you're the rabbit. Oh, no, you're the dragon. And you're that fucking baker. And I waited, didn't I? I waited for a person that really encapsulates you.
And then that prince came along. And you were like, there you are, Carl. And I said, you've identified me correctly, good sir.
Thanks, Oscar. I needed that. No, you're the king. You're the king. We'll get into the king.
He's got chubby little hands, and he grows and shrinks in size. That's the other thing with this movie's animation. Nobody's appropriately sized. Everybody's the wrong size. It's very weird. They'll change heights every other scene.
It is weird because like the whole plan. I don't know how it was made, but it's like it looks like, you know, when you go like out of bounds in a video game, it's like the whole thing was set out there.
It looks like Minecraft.
Yeah.
It looks like somebody's built that castle.
Minecraft's nicer than this. Minecraft looks way nicer. It's
very cube-esque, isn't it?
I think it's just smooth. I think it's smooth and jagged at the same time. Who knew they could do that?
What a win. What a win for visual.
Are you going to be watching this movie and then the next movie you're going to be watching is the new Avatar?
Yes.
Wow, what a step forward, 20 years. No different, huh?
Really see, what year was this?
2002.
Wow. A real scope of cinema.
Yeah.
Huh? Wow. This will be in film school, no doubt. It'll be like, it's Barbie as Rapunzel. And you know, in probably 40 years I'll have like Barbie as Jake Sully.
Oh.
People will love it.
Could you imagine?
People will
Barbie
eat it
in the
up.
V? But with these kind of graphics?
Mom, I don't know what to paint. Let me tell you the story of Avatar.
Put your glasses on. It gets you more immersed.
Anyway,
Weaver doesn't smoke. That's the...
Anyway, she
goes around the town. She sees the baker. She
doesn't interact with anyone, really.
No, she kind of just walks past them and they do their little bit. The baker's like, oh, I've got to bake a lot of strudel. And hot cakes. Oh, he moans. Everyone moans in this film.
And you're telling me you're not the baker? You nailed him. You nailed him.
Just me. Oh, Carl, I got a lot of hot cakes to make. It's like, that's you.
When I walked in today and you were halfway through making that strudel, you talk like that. And you know you did.
Carl, get in here. I've got 400 orders. I need to be done. The king's the orders.
I've started a side business making strudels, but copious amounts of them. And I got my first order in, and I've got nowhere near enough pastry. You were having a real adventure. I really entered a sitcom when I came in here. The applause was low.
Big live audience as well. It was quite embarrassing. It was literally a cooking show. You made it a sitcom, so it was quite embarrassing. It was quite weird, tonally.
I was like, I gotta get some laughs. I was like,
can you imagine walking onto a bake show like, I need the comedy to flow.
Oscar, nobody's finding these instructions funny. We meet the prince's sisters, who look like little pageant queens.
Is quite
it's
off,
weird.
yeah, because I think Kelly, who's the original kid she's telling a story to, is one of them. I think
I didn't pick up on that.
No. I think it's just a save animation skill. They're like, we've got the character models, we're using.
They all look the same.
Yeah.
It was from my understanding that was triplets in copious amounts of hideous makeup.
Yeah, it was gross, wasn't it? I don't know why they're the most dolled up of all the characters.
It was a real weird choice, and then they just swoon over the central romance the entire time.
God, they're weird, isn't it?
They're just like, oh yeah, Rapunzel. That's what we want.
And it's off because I feel like I watched this as a kid. I remember those guys are adults. Now learning that they're 17 kind of disgusted me.
Yeah.
Carl, can we talk about this this hole that one of the beauty queens falls down?
They should move the kingdom because this hole's gonna consume the land. It's so deep, it's so wide, and anyone's being trapped into it. It looks like a bear trap of some sort, or there's a giant predator around.
Oh, 100%. She's just in a nice green field, and then there's a hole full of spikes. And it's never really explained how it's there or why it's there. I thought
it's so dangerous.
Well, I thought this would be the first time we'd use the hair because Rapunzel's like, I can't reach her, and she's like, I'll reach a bit more, and then she gets.
It makes sense. This is where she should use the hair.
Yeah,
doesn't happen. I mean, her hair's not that long. Should we talk about how short her hair is?
Well, that's why it's in cross buttons, for the bakers out there that can relate to me. So essentially, it's a cross and it condenses it down. It's more like a big dreadlock, essentially. It's kind of gross.
But does it affect its length that much?
It would compress it a bit.
Yeah, but only a little bit. It still only goes to her heel. It's not that long. It's not like it's dragging along the ground.
I'm saying she's clumped it up quite a bit.
It's
clumped. It's clumped. It's
like the clumps?
Yeah, you love the clumps.
We love the clumps. Yeah, I don't think. Well, I mean, it was huge in Tangled. Think about how much hair she has in Tangled. Well, copious amounts of hair.
Tangled cost $150 million. This cost
what?
A couple of buttons. I don't know.
I'll tell you right now, Tangled cost a lot more than that.
It cost like $150 million, didn't it?
It cost way more. It created the technology.
It was like a millisecond.
Yeah, it created that technology they've been using to this day for Disney animation films.
And same with Barbie. They were like, this. Use this for, I don't know, 48 of these?
They've been using that copy and pasted lemon ever since.
We should talk about the guy and the guy models are either that thin prince or an oaf.
Oh.
That's all they've got for the men.
Shrekish. Yeah. Everything in this movie, this is where DreamWorks got all of its inspo from.
That hideous little vest Shrek wears from Barbie.
From here. It's that's what I reckon this dragon is. Is they're just like, Shrek landed. Or when did Shrek come out in relation to this?
A year before this.
Shrek came out a year before this? Absolutely. They were like, we need our own donkey. All right, what about a disgusting rabbit with human hands?
Do we have Eddie Murphy to do it? No.
No, we've got my friend Derek. Does he know?
He's cowardly. He's very cowardly. He doesn't really have to act, really.
Does he know comedy? Nope.
Never gonna laugh.
What? Acting experience? Nope.
Nope.
Just a friend.
Yeah. Can't stress you enough. Just a pal. Just a guy.
Do you have any sort of what do you guys bond over? Simply the fact that we know each other.
Our acquaintanceness is built upon the acquaintance.
We've never not said, remember that time X happened. Never talked about anything else.
No nostalgia, no future, living in the present. How old? As rich dads.
What do we think of this prince? I don't trust him.
I mean, in fairness, there's a lot of creatures in this world I don't trust. I
He's
don't,
ghoulish. I'll say it.
I don't know. I'm not like super. I don't like him. I don't like his sisters. I don't like his brother, who's got that weird bob haircut. Very unpleasant.
His brother, I thought, deserved to be consumed by the hole.
Oh, 100%.
Throw him in the hole. That's what I said to you. Throw them all in the hole, in the pit. I started a chant.
The prince. I don't know. I'm not in love. Can I just say that?
You're not swooning.
I'm not swooning.
You're not swooning
I'm
over
not
him.
swooning.
He reminds me of what a scarecrow would be.
Just like in personality.
So, yeah, or like the nose of one. Just pointy. He's a very pointed man.
I think that's just the technology.
Yeah, I don't think...
He's
no.
3-dimensional. He's jagged.
That's what they want. Yeah, he's jagged. The queen confronts her.
Yeah.
And is like, I'm going to destroy all your paintings.
Yeah.
Oh, what a scene.
Yeah.
The stakes couldn't be lower. My interests, non-existent. When she lost the only thing bringing her happiness in this world, I crossed my arms and I said, good.
It's great because the paintings are like, you can see the artistry on display. There's a painting, essentially a screenshot of the movie of the dragon, and then they've just made it smaller next to it.
Every painting is 2. They've just copy and pasted them again. It's so lazy. It's so lazy, and they're just screenshots from earlier in the movie. It's genius how lazy it is.
Yeah, it's pretty genius. But Gothel tears the shit. You keep
Gothel. Oh, that's not a human being. That's not a name that exists.
Gothel destroys all the paintings. Barbie's like, wow, you're gonna do that to my friends? And Gothel's like, that's more of a punishment, you keeping Penelope and this hideous little rabbit around.
Your only friend is somebody so intensely clumsy, so your life's gonna be pain. And that's more than any wish I could give.
But yeah, her paintings get destroyed, and they're like, well, fuck, we've still got an hour to go. Should I just use that? Should we see if that paintbrush works?
When this paintbrush came back into it, I said, man, Chekhov would never. Who would have thought? We skipped over that paint song.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I don't even know.
Song was skipped.
Yeah.
Never in these things is there any content from the songs.
I simply said no.
Yeah.
I refuse.
You were you were like, can we skip this? I was like, no, we can't skip the movie. The second I had any opportunity to keep you just a little bit, I was like, 70 minutes. I'll get rid of 3. You'll be happy.
This is now, you know what? The more I have reflected on this film, the worse it is. This is one of the worst we've ever done.
That's crazy. You're gonna get hate. And quite frankly, rightfully so.
Yeah, send me a mail. See if I fucking care.
You're gonna get anthrax in that letter. I swear to God, the Barbie fans are vicious. This paintbrush is magic. It can make portals.
Sure. What a concept.
Yeah.
Genius. I'm interested. Actually, no, I'm not. This is still just that boozy mum just being like, yeah, and then oh God, that's all the paint gone, isn't it? All right, well, you know that brush from earlier? That's magic now.
It's crazy. She would have been like, Gothel destroys all the painting. You're not inspired by harrowing events? Fuck. Ugh, there's magic in the world.
The point of the story was to be like, hey, just paint whatever you want. At least I'm not abusing you.
Yeah, the bar's low. So let me have a wine on Wednesday, okay?
So she's like, okay, 4th wine. Here we go. The paintbrush makes portals. Let's see where this goes from here.
You can hop through them.
Yeah. Hey kid, you ever heard of an ad-lib? I'm just going to say words and you continue the sentence.
You fill it in.
Here we go.
Barbie.
Paints.
Portal.
And.
Prince.
Then.
Geopolitical warfare. Barbie's like, right, I'm immediately leaving the castle again. Want to go bang the prince. Don't want to talk to the weird animals. I've seen another human in my life that isn't Gothel. I'm taking the opportunity to
Do they make the tower tall? Is this the scene where she makes the tower tall?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
I guess that harrowing, David Lynch-esque. The mum she was like, I'm going to try meth. I'm going to spice it up. Fuck it. This painting thing is not working.
That was when the mum did a shot of absinthe.
Yeah.
And she was just like, all right, the story's going to get kooky.
Okay, so Gothel's 100 feet tall and she grabs Barbie and eats her. And it's not a representation of anything, okay?
This was definitely the child being like, when's Rapunzel going to let down her hair? And the mother was like, oh yeah, is that this one?
Oh. I was doing Snow White, and then a bunch of fucking dwarves rock in, and they just fuck shit
I was
up.
doing Princess and the Pauper. Paupers. So the tower is now tall.
Yeah.
They're stuck inside. There's a spell around it. The queen's just like, dragon, keep an eye on that bitch.
So she makes the tower huge. So we just skipped over.
This movie's a fucking fever dream.
It's so.
I don't remember. It's leaving my mind as we speak. Yeah. But also I'm scarred.
Yeah.
So
that's called trauma. See a therapist.
I'm glad I got to experience some. I've had a lucky life.
Any emotion. Yeah. Things are going too well for me. I kind of need to spice it up a little bit. While this is all happening, we kind of get this subplot with the prince and the king. And the prince is kind of like, Dad, can we not fight that neighboring city? And the dad's like, I will fucking tear up the Geneva Convention so those cunts can fucking die. And the prince is like, weird, I'm just trying to bang Barbie. I'm just trying to get my nuts sucked. Daddy, okay, so don't weigh me down with this fucking bullshit warfare. And the dad's like, I will crush my enemies. They are annoying. What's his angle?
The dad's like, we're making a plague.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna seize that into the town via cane toad. The prince is like, God, you've got mad with power.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's what happens when you get your balls sucked.
Yeah.
Look forward to it, son.
Smacks him on the bottom. Good luck there, kiddo. But yeah, essentially, we don't find out why these neighboring cities hate each other.
Until the end.
Big plot point. I don't know why this kingdom hates that kingdom, though.
Oh, yeah, it's never revealed to us.
Revealed.
It's one of those things where you're like, oh, man, this is bad storytelling. And it turns out to be just simply atrocious storytelling. It's explained, but you're like, ugh, sure. So that's just simmering in the background.
Yeah.
Barbie's trapped in her big tower.
Yes.
She's guarded by that giant dragon.
Yes. She still has the paintbrush. She has this weird thing where Gothel essentially is like, there's a big ball happening. Why don't you get dolled up? But the mum's just like, we're stealing Cinderella now. Fuck it. I'm really mixed them all together. So then the paintbrush has just been established as portals, and now Barbie's like, let's do a little makeover. So she starts painting these like dresses on the wall, jumps in, the rabbit and the dragon are like, it's like a fun montage, then going, no, thumbs down. Yuck. She gets even like an ugly dress, she's like, no. Then the film takes a swing, she's like, what happens if you do cubism as the dress? I don't know why. It's kind of the most visually interesting part of the whole film. Again, not much of a say.
No.
But
like, her dress is still kind of rotten.
Yeah. Rotten. It's ghastly.
But, like, sure.
Yeah.
I don't think the paintbrush should be allowed to do this, and the mum is just...
She's just fucking making it up. Like, a big criticism of, like, certain magic movies is that magic kind of just, like, plot filling. Yeah. This is not only plot filling, this is the plot. I know. And the mum's lost it.
Like, if this paintbrush can do this, why doesn't she just paint her parents?
Yeah.
Huh? Why don't you just paint world hunger?
Paint a gun.
Stopping. Yeah, paint a gun.
When you paint world hunger, she's really evil. This
just paint
famine on the walls.
The king gets the paintbrush and is like just paints out that neighboring town. You're gone.
Napalm
everywhere. Just an Army of Darkness-esque film, but this animation.
So yeah, pretty much Barbie's all dolled up. Gothel then comes up and she's like, I sniff magic. I think she finds the painting. The biggest sign should have been that she was in a dress. Have you seen the room she's in? It is a circle room. She doesn't have a bed. She's just got 4 canvases and a wardrobe. And it's just, she must know what's in the wardrobe. She's like, where'd you get that ballroom dress? Where'd you get that, huh? There's magic afoot.
I love that she said she can smell it.
Yeah.
Like magic is just disgusting.
Oh, God,
if it's like
putrid.
It's beautiful to witness, disgusting to smell.
Oh God. Well, here's the thing. I mean, her sense of smell should be fucked up because Otto is moaning on her neck. She's like, "Oh, magic! Oh, God, Barbie, you're so fucked. You're so fucked."
Yeah. The Otto's just like, you're never getting out of here now, babes. You're never going anywhere.
He's rubbing his little Otto cock.
I hate what a weasel, huh? What an absolute little weasel. Anyway, so the queen gets a pretty grand plan, which is which is Rapunzel's going to stay in her tower.
Yes.
And the queen's going to go to the party and act a bit coy the entire time.
Oh, exactly.
And
And finally the hair comes into play. It's a classic Chekhov's hair. She cuts off her hair and then
the hair. Right, I thought you were talking about the rabbit.
Oh, no, the rabbit has yet to make a contribution to the film other than wear me down.
Maybe that was their version of Rapunzel's hair, was the rabbit.
Someone wrote that and went, that's funny. Fuck it. We're making Barbie.
Get Angelica Houston on the phone. She could come in for a day.
Yeah, so Gothel pretty much does two things. She cuts off Barbie's hair. She goes, I'm going to wear that as a wig, wear a mask. No one could tell that I'm not a 17-year-old woman.
She looks older. She looked like a 50-year-old woman in animation. Immediately, she's 80.
She's haggard.
Yeah, she's haggard. She's a mess. She's a freaking mess. Anyway, she leads the prince out into a maze.
Oh, before that, she raises the tower, puts a spell on the whole thing, says, if you've told a lie, you can never escape this tower.
Was that when the tower thing happened?
Yeah, I think so.
I just can't piece it together.
In fairness, Barbie goes to town, comes back, goes back to town, comes back. It's not really needed. It was just, I guess, for stakes. But yeah.
Maybe it's me that's wrong and the movie is good.
I'm glad you come around to it. Because that's exactly what it is. Great film. Nostalgia-filled. Love it.
Anyway, so she's now lured the prince to a maze.
Yes.
What an idiot. What an idiot. As if he thought this... He was just like, hey, Rapunzel, wait up. Never catches up.
No.
She's always slightly quicker than him. He never thinks to run. I love her just being like, oh, come and follow me. Hey, come follow me. Hey, come follow me. And being like, okay.
And then when he finally gets to the middle of the maze, I don't know why she didn't reveal this a bit earlier.
Yeah.
She doesn't look like she jogs much.
No, she doesn't. She just turns around and she's like, it's not even Rapunzel. It's I. Eldith?
Gothel.
God, I was way off.
And then the prince is like, yuck. He's so repulsed by her.
He was like, oh god, I can smell the magic on you.
That's my weasel. It's been coming everywhere. It's all over my goddamn clothes. Gothel then has force powers, lightnings him.
And how does he get away?
He rolls.
He's quick on his feet.
Like in Dark Souls, he rolls away.
God, he is and not fast.
No, the animation.
Very slow.
The animation's like, we got 5 frames to do our entire roll. They're like, shit.
It wouldn't surprise me if it was somebody just twirling the paper, just to
You think this is hand drawn?
Is it not?
But Gothel and the prince then go through.
They do a reversal of what just happened.
Yeah, I'm convinced to save money on the chase. They do it once, then go right back.
He just is now slightly in front of her.
Yeah.
She fires magic. He rolls to the left.
Yeah.
Occasionally, you think they've done it to the right. No, they've just right-clicked and clicked mirror, and now it looks like he's going to the right. Soon he just rolls into the climax.
Yeah. Pretty much. At this time, Barbie's stuck in a goddamn castle. She's guarded by the dragon, who Gothel, Hugo, the big daddy of them all, the daddy dragon, if you will, has essentially chained him up. Because he's like, you fucked up. So I'm going to pretty much, you're a massive weapon, I'm going to anger you. And now
if she wanted to, couldn't she just set this dragon on the town?
100%. I don't know what's
her end game?
Well, Gothel's stolen the Barbie. Because she was, we'll find out later, she was friend-zoned, essentially. And now she kind of just wants to kill the prince?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't got a clue.
It's pretty lame.
Yeah.
It's pretty lame.
Pretty lame.
Anyway, so the Penelope learns to be confident.
Yeah.
She flies high.
It is funny that the father had to be literally in chains to give her any, support.
Oh.
The second he was down and out, he's like, hey, I'm really proud of you. You know, you probably are a good dragon. Just get me out of his chains and you're back in my good books. Real abusive. Not a big fan of that.
Yeah, neither. And then as soon as she gets him out of there, God, he treats her like shit.
Oh, God. He goes back to nagging her like, God, you'd never be able to fly again.
He's like,
has wings.
I knew you wouldn't be able to get me out of those chains. Yeah, you might have proved me wrong that one time, but never again.
Never again.
Never again.
I'm going to kill that rabbit. She's like, thank God. Someone kill that
Just
goddamn.
sneezes on the rabbit and burns him alive. So we're in the climax.
Yes.
Suddenly, the neighboring town's at war.
Yes.
With the town we've been following.
Yes.
They just strut into the ball, I guess.
Yeah. The ball's cleared out because they're like, we cannot animate 6 things in one room. We can't do that. We do not have the power to do that.
The script is asking too much of us, if you will.
So we've got the Fat King, we've got the Prince, we've got Gothel, we've got Barbie, we've got Penelope, and the Rabbit. Big moves. Massive ballroom.
Yeah.
We now... the neighboring kingdom is like... Hey, King Fatty, you took my daughter. And the king's like, I didn't take your daughter. And then Gothel reveals another mask. She's picked up one, put it on, taken it off. She's gone, it was me! I did that because you friend-zoned me. And the neighboring king's like, that's insane.
Yeah.
A crazy decision to you to do.
It's, frankly, modern-day Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Just done really well.
That's the thing about Shakespeare. There was room for improvement. And this Barbie, nailed it.
These writers knew what they were doing. They were like, Hamlet, who? Anyway, so all the secrets get spilled. I don't know why the villain's giving away that this was all her master plan and everything.
Yeah, she pretty much cornered. It's pretty much 5 against 1. And yes, she has magical powers, but
they only shoot in straight lines, and if everybody's able to roll away quickish...
Well, quickish. No, just roll. At your own pace.
They're able to roll away just when they feel like it.
Yeah.
They can win.
There's fire on the marble floors. I don't remember why, but it's immediately put out.
Yeah, I don't know why it catches so easily.
Yeah.
Marble shouldn't catch unless somebody
Maybe that was meant to be a carpet. Maybe it was animated as a carpet.
Do we think it was actually meant to be a
shiny,
carpet?
shiny floor? A carpet.
Why does the carpet have so much shine on it? They outsmart the queen.
They do. So essentially, the queen's like, right, I'm going to kill Barbie. She walks out to Barbie. Now, Barbie's done a very clever thing. Remember that paintbrush from Act 1?
We love that paintbrush.
Is it coming back? Oh, yeah. See, Barbie painted her tower back on a door in a weird alleyway. She said, I'm going to clean that up later. She didn't clean it up later. Because again, she is bad at cleaning. We've been established this. She's a shit clean.
She's never been able to maintain a property.
No, quite frankly, she should not be given a kingdom.
I wouldn't give her a lease.
We are also landlords here. We need to pay off our mortgage. No, we don't. We have tenants. That's why we can do this podcast with no money. But yeah, Gothel pretty much walks back into the door. Barbie just slams the door back on her face, like kicks her in the face.
Barbie's intention was to kill her.
Yeah.
It was just happenstance there was a painting on the other side.
She fucked up. Went, oh damn, curse forever. I would have smack her face in the wall. She's thrown into the castle that she trapped herself in. The little Otto's like, oh, I'd rather kill myself than not be with my little mistress.
Yeah, he's like, I'm coming for you.
Moaning away.
He's basically like, what would I do if I wasn't a pillow at night? Oh, no. Jumps in. It's happening.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't think of nothing worse if your eternity was spent stuck with this weasel.
Oh, God. So Gothel's stuck in the castle. Real quickly, you're stuck in a castle. Which would you rather be stuck with? Penelope, the rabbit, or Otto? That's a real toughie. That's a toughie.
That is tough. Can I pick the chef from the town?
You cannot. Strudels are wonderful. That's
actually really tough.
That is
I
hard.
don't think I'd be. Oh God, the Penelope's just so clumsy.
Yeah.
Just so clumsy. Any little bright spot in your day would be ruined by her being like, oh, my tail hit it, I'm sorry. You'd be like, oh my God, a butterfly found its way, and she's like, huh? And just swats it against the wall.
The hair's so cowardly. So far it's Otto maybe, but his moaning just gets ruined.
Maybe I would keep the hair.
Yeah, fuck, marry, kill. The hair, Penelope, or the Otto.
Okay, here's what we do.
Yeah.
Kill Otto.
Okay, strong. No, you haven't got an eye masks now.
I'm going to have to marry the hair. At least the hair's got human hands. Can sustain a wedding ring. That means I'm probably going to make love to Penelope.
Of course.
But it's just going to be clumsy sex. But everyone's dissatisfied. What about you?
Oh man. I think fuck Otto. He might be a good fuck, you know?
He is he knows his way around a pillow.
He does.
Spooning with him afterwards might be comforting.
I think marry Penelope. I just hate that little rabbit. He's so cowardly.
I hate that little
And
rabbit.
you know what the worst part is? I can see myself in him. And I need to kill that. I need to kill that.
Barbie as Rapunzel really held a mirror up to you.
They painted a portrait of me. So, alright. Gothel's stuck in the castle.
It's terrifying.
Terrifying.
A really terrifying fate.
Genuinely a dreadful fate. She's stuck there for eternity on her own selfishness. Really, she's a tragic
She
hero.
realizes she can never get out.
Yeah.
And
she's
her
lying.
magic fails. Like, I don't know why this magic doesn't fade.
Every other magic in like the big wall and the dragon change fails. This one doesn't.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
Yeah.
And nor will we ever care. Then, now that the Rapunzel story is finished, we go back to modern day.
Yes.
And believe it or not, this has inspired that child.
Yeah.
And now she's going to do some of the worst painting you'll ever see.
She was like, so I should paint a hair. She's like, no, he was I thought of that guy first. I really fleshed out the story. He was kind of just left over from my first kind of wine. Don't draw the dragon or the hair. She's like, I've already started stenciling. I've already done a general vibe of what I'm going to get at.
This is why artists are tortured.
Yeah.
Huh? People like you and me.
Yeah.
Our parents have told us some ridiculous stories.
Carl, who would watch Barbie as Rapunzel?
I don't know who in their right mind would watch, who would be subjected to this, nor who would like it
I might
and or
rewatch
enjoy
it.
it.
I
Shut
might
up.
rewatch it.
You don't enjoy this
It's
movie.
great
I get
nostalgia.
that you're enjoying this bit, but I know you do not
No,
enjoy this
I'm not
movie.
enjoying- Well,
no,
good.
shut up.
It's
I
great.
hate you.
3 stars, maybe I'll bump it up. Fuck it, it's pretty good.
This is, without a doubt, one of the most torturous things I've had to sit through on this podcast. I hated
That's crazy.
this is up there with Swept Away and Pluto Nash.
No, it's
and
not.
no, this is lifeless and dull and boring and repetitive, and I hate everything about every character design, every choice, every these Penelope and the hair are just like it's like this movie literally has like 4 Jar Jar Binkses in it. Like it's just disgusting. It's also wild to me there's a definitive audience for it. People love it. And
course.
this is the best one.
Yeah. It's crazy you just listed off positives, because that's really where I'm at. So essentially, it's a great film. Here's the thing. A genuine who would watch this? Every single little girl and their siblings watched this, loved it, and it's kind of got that campiness to it. I think you're missing the campiness of it. Isn't it campy? Isn't it a bit fun? I feel like, again, the environment you had to watch this in, harrowing.
What, next to you?
Oh, how dare you. You called me a hare moments into the film. You're already attacking, and now I'm throwing it back to you. You had to finish a whole day of work, come round to my house. The plan was to record this after, but you did like a 12-hour day and then sat down. You were so hungover, and you sat down and watched Barbie. It was never going to go well.
All you had to offer me for sustenance was milk. No beer. Oh, I was too hungover to have a beer.
You were too hungover. I was like, "Do you want a beer?" You're like, I'm going to throw up." And I was like, "I'm so sorry. The polygons are starting to speak."
I think the worst thing about the night was revealing just before we were about to leave that you also had chocolate milk.
Oh yeah, I did.
You hid the chalky milk from me.
Yeah, I was holding that. That was your reward for finishing the movie.
And it was a well-deserved reward.
It kind of ended you on a high. And then you were like, "We're not recording? Great." And you came back the next day and went,
Oh, I was
here
like,
we go.
it's mostly left my mind. Yeah, look, it's obviously there's obviously an actual fan base for this. Is it for people that have actually played with Barbies, or is there a difference between people that play with Barbies and people that watch Barbie?
I think maybe watch it, because my sister didn't have like many Barbie dolls.
Yeah, there you go.
I feel like it's pretty cheap animation. It must have been dirt cheap in a DVD bin somewhere.
Absolutely.
They must have been like $1, and the parents like, "That's a name brand."
Remember Golo? You guys
Sorry?
have like Golo?
What's Golo?
It was like a just like a reject shop or one of those things.
Oh, gotcha,
but they
gotcha.
just had DVD, like
Yeah.
stacks of those like DVDs, those crappy ones for
Yeah.
like cheap. Yeah, that's where this belongs.
Yeah.
And will forever be in my heart.
That's crazy because it's in the hearts of millions as an absolute classic.
I don't know about millions. I reckon this
It's crazy. This will be it's actually still going to be better than the new Barbie. Like it's weird that Greta Gerwig can't like be better than this.
I mean, Greta Gerwig's gonna nail it because the bar's so low. Like, no matter what she does, like, I love Greta Gerwig, and I'm sure she'll do something incredible. But even if she didn't, it's better than this. It's just so much better. Next week we'll be reviewing Angels and Demons.
Next week we're reviewing Angels and Demons. We're jumping back into Dan Brown, okay? Do a little Dan Brown. Carl's genuinely deflated.
What a shitty reward.
No,
More Dan Brown. No, I love Angels and Demons.
We did Da Vinci Code, and we know Inferno's dreadful. And now we kind of we were like, let's watch the best of them. The fun one.
That's right.
Yeah.
Even though people still hate it.
Yeah.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Oh.
Maybe next week we'll find out if one of us is an angel and the other, and or not, Dan Brown.
Oh, God. Truly, that's a horror. Oh, fate worse than death.
Just a multi-billion-dollar writer.
God, it must hurt. God, it must hurt.
Yeah, it's true. His feelings must be really hurt that his stuff is, like, panned but sells so well.
Yeah, what a weird creative, like, rut to be in. Just, like, swimming in money. Just, like, ugh. People in the Midwest love me.
He probably has fun writing these.
Yeah.
You know, so if he's having fun and making billions, joke's on us.
Yeah.
Because we're not having fun and we're talking about him.
How much money we made? Let me check my bank account. Oh. Credit card fraud. Rats.
I don't have enough for dinner tonight.
Pay us. How about that? How about that for a sponsor? Pay us money.
Not just the audience.
Yeah. Send us money.
Venmo or beam me $5. Can make it stretch a week.
A lot of long grain rice and, stock.
Migraine.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. Goodbye.